Welcome to the Asbestos Knowledge Empire.
What does asbestos management mean to you?
I used to really struggle with the asbestos management at my site, but now it's a breeze.
It used to be really expensive. I was paying loads, but now I've got my asbestos power team in place. It's so much easier.
Asbestos can be a pain in the arse if not handled right.
We had to stop the job because asbestos was discovered. Now we don't have that problem.
Asbestos management is easier than you think. Asbestos management. Be proactive, not reactive. Think about asbestos first, not last.
And now your hosts, best-selling authors and asbestos experts, Ian Stone and Neil Munro.
Welcome to the Asbestos Knowledge Empire. My name's Neil Munro.
And I'm Ian Stone. Today we're talking about the dreaded coronavirus. Again, yeah. We wanted to chat about it to kind of hopefully put a different spin on it, really. It's awful. It's a pandemic. It's literally spreading around the world. However, if we look at it from a different angle and a different point of view, we can use this to our advantage. So if you've got works that needed to be done, asbestos-wise or other, I mean, a lot of the works that we carry out, they're always out of hours, whilst places are unoccupied and things like that. And that kind of usually causes a problem, doesn't it, for us to complete the works and for clients to have those works done?
Yeah, we're currently facing potentially a big national shutdown of everything.
Yeah.
Potentially. Again, as of today, 13th of March, when we're recording this, we're not at that stage.
No.
However, lots of other countries have kind of jumped on that one already where, you know, we're talking about schools shutting down, you know, colleges, universities, big events.
Even shops and stuff. I mean, if you look, so Italy have already done that, haven't they? They've shut pretty much everything down across the entire country. Ireland jumped on the bandwagon yesterday and have said the same, that everything's going to be shut down. And like you say, schools, colleges, unis, and they are following the kind of Italy method of closing everything. The Cobra meeting happened yesterday, and at the moment, it's kind of, Boris has said, keep calm and carry on, essentially. Just got to keep on working, keep the country moving forwards, but obviously be sensible and don't put yourself at risk. Wash your hands. If you do feel like you're coming down with something, then self-isolate and all the rest of it. However, that's the standpoint now. And in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, when this podcast goes out, the whole stance may have changed and we might be following suit like other countries. We don't know.
Yeah, lots of companies, like speaking to some of our clients and that, they are kind of going beyond the government recommendations and sending staff home to work from home if they can. Definitely sort of splitting departments. So, you know, keeping some of the departments in the actual offices and work buildings or sites.
Yeah, kind of running with the skeleton staff, aren't they?
And splitting the other half from home. So, you know, if the worst case happens and some of them do become infected and have to, you know, isolate themselves, that, you know, they've still got cover and you've got that, you know, sort of retained service providing within the company. So all in all, we're probably all facing some reduction in operations and productivity and basically disruption across, you know, our lives.
Yeah, definitely.
And the kind of the reason why we wanted to do this podcast today is there may be an advantage or there may be an opportunity to get those massive pain in the ass, been holding off because it's too much disruption, asbestos works, considered.
Yes, exactly. And that's it. Kind of taking this negative thing and turning it on its head and maybe create an opportunity, like you say, to get the big pain in the arse projects done or the things that you've been putting off for ages.
Yeah.
Consider getting those done whilst you've got the advantage of skeleton staffing, and businesses are potentially a little bit quieter than what they usually are. Nobody's running at like 100% at the moment.
Yeah.
So again, with things being quieter, again, it can help plan projects in a little bit better, and it can also help execute those projects a little bit better because it takes less, kind of a little bit less planning because you have less people to consider and less things to consider if you're not at full tilt.
Yeah. Most asbestos works are disruptive.
Yeah.
They take up a lot of room potentially in your areas. There's potentially lots of contractors on site, etc., and just doing it in a normal operation, it's a real headache, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, when we do surveys, a lot of the time, it depends on what level of survey we're doing. We do work around people and things like that.
But it's a lot easier.
It is a lot easier.
It's a lot quicker.
Yes,
potentially as well.
And that is a benefit of kind of taking advantage of this. Some stuff that would have to be done out of hours would accrue additional costs. So night rates, weekend rates, things like that for staff overtime, unsociable hours. Whereas now, if you push the button on that survey you've been holding off on, well, perhaps you could do it within normal hours and then reduce your outlay of costs as well, which again, at the moment, with not everybody running at full tilt, people are watching the figures. People are worried about kind of money coming in and what they're producing as well. So that is kind of, again, an added benefit, if you like, of taking advantage of this scenario to reduce costs.
Yeah, that would be definitely applicable to cases like schools, colleges, universities, because what tends to happen is lots of stuff gets crammed into the holidays, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
it's always the half terms and summer's just silly season.
Yeah, and it's cramming it in, and generally speaking, it does take a bit longer, and sometimes they do pay a little bit more because you're having to do a several visit pronged approach on these types of surveys.
Yeah, no, definitely. People do pay a premium at those times because, like you say, it does take longer because it's never just you on site carrying out your bit, especially in schools. I mean, when we do projects in schools, it's not uncommon to have half a dozen or more contractors on site doing separate things from, I mean, usually the common ones are window replacements, heating upgrades, full redecorations of halls, and then asbestos removal in and around all those as well. Yeah. So you've got like 4 or 5 different contractors, completely unrelated, cracking on doing their jobs. But the problem is there's limited space, there's transit routes that are needed for all of the contractors to get their gear in and out. The transit routes and waste routes for asbestos contractors have to be segregated and stuff like that. So, like you say, people do pay more because you've got those issues to overcome, and it does take longer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the long and short of it, really. Hopefully, like I say, it's a few weeks away.
Don't know where this is going to end up, do we?
No, we don't. But we're just trying to put a bit of a silver lining on it rather than the doom and gloom. Yeah. We can use this to our advantage and get stuff done. Yeah,
we're going to come through this.
Yeah.
And, let's not think of it as, like you said, doom and gloom. Yeah, just really sort of take advantage of this opportunity to get that, that sort of headache that's been on the back of your mind. And, it's never been, we have lots of clients where it's like, they really begrudge stopping or...
Yeah,
it's a real pain. It's a real pain in the ass. And, potentially we are probably going to be looking at that. Some disruption to normal everyday service. So,
if we can come out of this, like you say, because we are going to come out of it, we're going to crack on. It's business as usual until it's not.
Yeah, imagine if you could take away and go, do you know what? That was hard, but at least we got that bloody thing done.
Exactly. We ticked off that asbestos problem. And in amongst all that shit, and it's like, right, happy days. Then it's kind of full tilt ahead, and you're kind of away at the races even more because you've got those issues dealt with. So that's it. I hope everybody stays safe.
Yeah, we'll still be here as long as we can.
Yeah, exactly. We'll
and hopefully we'll still be able to maintain this podcast.
By hook or by crook, we will, mate. I tell you.
Whether it's one of us or both of us, we'll still carry on.
Yeah, and it'll be quite amusing if it's just one of us, because if it's me, I'll still have a conversation with myself. I'll play it for both of us, probably.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Look, stay safe, everybody. Remember, asbestos first, not last.